I am Zhenya and this is Zhenya's Kitchen. Today, for lunch, dinner, or any meal we really want to, we're going to make Russian salad. It's called селедка под шубой or herring in a coat. That's how I personally translate it. So we have the most gorgeous herring from the Russian store. There it is. Say hello. And we're going to have some vegetables that we're going to layer with it. To put it in a coat, we're gonna have to surround it with delicious things. One side note, some people in Russia add a layer of boiled shredded carrots. I don't like them, but you can always get them in there somewhere. So let's start with marinating onion to start making our delicious herring in a coat salad. So the onion. I have a red onion here. You can use anything you have. I just have red onion. I'm gonna cut a piece of it. This is not even a third, probably around a quarter of the size of the onion. I'm gonna peel the layers that we don't need to use. Cut the bud off. You see this move? That was a good move. Things flew everywhere. That was good. That was good. And I'm gonna chop it in tiny little small cubes. So this should be small enough little pieces of onion. I'm gonna put it in a bowl. Alright. It's getting a little strong in my eyes. Whew. Let the crying begin. And now I'm gonna take vinegar. Just enough to cover it. 3 to 4 tablespoons. Oh, and now I'm really crying. I'm gonna set this aside and let it soak. And I'll come back to you. I'm gonna start working on the herring. So my next step, while the onion's marinating, is to make this whole herring except the insides, there is no insides, into actual fillet pieces, and I try to debone it as much as I can. I do not like having bones in my food. So it's gonna be not so gross as a real live fish, but it's up to you. You can stick around if you want. I also have a bag for all the stuff I don't need, and I have napkins. I use them to get little bones off my fingers because at some point my fingers will get really fishy and sticky. There we go. Head goes off first. Goodbye. It's talking fish. Now I'm gonna try my best and get the little fins off. They'll just come right off. And then I'm gonna try and get the top one off. It usually comes right off as well. And here I can get the side of a skin and I can peel it really carefully. And I'm going to do it with all of the fish. Sometimes it comes off really easily, sometimes like right now, in little pieces. But I'm gonna continue to do it with all fish. I'm gonna come back to you when I'm done with this whole skinning process. So we finished with the skin. Now we're gonna run our knife a little bit around this middle lane just to get the process going. You can feel it, you can hear the ribs. All right. I'm gonna slowly open it up. Help with my fingers. Once again, it's not raw fish, it's been pickled, so it should come off the bone. It's a lot easier than raw fish. And if some stuff gets stuck, you just peel it off and use it anyway. There we go. So we have some meat here. We're just gonna peel it off and use it anyway. Nothing wrong with it. Ta-da! The carcass is off. We have these gorgeous pieces of herring now. There's still some bones left, unfortunately, all over the fish. It's a bony fish. So if you want, you can try and get some out just with your fingers. The big long bones can come out. See, this is where my napkins come handy because I can just leave them on my napkins. All right. So a lot of people just will be okay with it being like this because the big bones are out and they feel like this is safe to eat. Well, to me, it's not as acceptable to eat yet. I do like it to be a lot more taken care of, okay? I have found another thin piece. So what I'm gonna do from now on, I'm gonna show you on one piece. Sorry, there's also this little film. I'm gonna cut, oops, I found some big bones, wait for it. There we go. Just massage it so you can find them. There we go. Cut a piece along this way, bone. And then every time I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna cut it this way and this way. So this is it with this fillet, except now I'm gonna cut it in those little serving size cubes and check every single one of them. I know it sounds like it takes forever. If it sounds like it takes forever, go ahead and just go and buy herring fillet. But I like the flavor of the whole thing. And this is gonna go in a bowl because this is all clean. I can feel it. There's nothing stuck in it. No bone. Here's gonna get a little trickier as we go into a fish. I'm gonna continue cutting it and feeling for the bones. And I'll come back to you when all of this is done, filleted and chopped into pieces, and we're ready to shred some veggies. I completely forgot to tell you. So yesterday, when I was thinking to make the salad, I boiled 4 medium-sized potatoes and 2 medium-sized beets. Try to watch the whole video before you start cooking. So the potatoes take about 20 minutes and they have to be fork tender when after they boil, and you cook them on medium. Beets is a different story. They have to be the same fork tender, but they will take at least hour to hour and a half with you adding more water to the pot on medium after boiling. There'll be a little bit of a rolling boil for the whole time. But yeah, sorry, oops. Don't forget to boil things. All right, so next thing is shredding. We are going to use a food processor to shred the beets, and then we'll see what happens to the potatoes. The shredder here for a reason. All right, there we go. It's gonna get a little loud. Get ready. Oh, that was loud. That was good. So the deal is, the very first layer of the salad, for the way I like it, is going to be potatoes. And you can shred them here, wash it, put the beets in, shred the beets. I've done that, takes a little longer time. So we're gonna use just a regular shredder because I can't shred because of, I don't know, a good story, by the way. I'm gonna ask Eric to come over here and put down the camera and shred these potatoes for me, and I'll come back to you when they're totally shredded. So the potatoes are shredded. Thank you, husband. Now we're gonna press them down in a layer. And I forgot to tell you, did I forget to tell you? You can only expect that the only dressing I will really use is mayo. It's a Russian salad. It's from my childhood. For us, it's not only a staple for some Russian holiday, but it's also an occasional treat. So now I'm going to take mayo. This is about a tablespoon and a half-ish. You just eyeball it. In Russia, they have this little packets of mayo, and they cut the corner, and they make this like a fishnet kind of design with it on top of every layer. That's like what I've been seeing in their recent recipes. That's how they make all of their layer salad. They make the fishnets of mayo. We're just gonna spread it. Our next layer is gonna be the herring, the gorgeous little cubes of it. And remember the onion we've been soaking in delicious vinegar. It smells amazing. By the way, you know, you can always soak your onion in vinegar for any other dish. And one more thing, if you don't like vinegar, instead of doing this, you can chop your onion little, boil some water in a teapot or on a pot, and just pour it over the onion and let it sit a little bit on that really piping hot water. Don't cook the onion, just let it sit in the water that's been boiled in a separate location, in a separate bowl. It will make it sweet. It will take that bitterness that made me cry earlier, all of that will come out. The onion will start crunchy, but it will become a lot sweeter. I'm trying to get all of it out because it does bring a nice crunch and a lovely flavor. There we go. Very nice. Spread it out. Try not to throw it around. You see, it's a pretty little layer. You don't have to cut it like this either. By the way, if you like the long half rings, you can do that too. And we're gonna get another good portion of mayo and gently spread it around. There you go. So the idea is to make this a few hours before your guests are coming, or you're about to eat it, or even the evening before your party. That way all the mayo will sink through the layers and make it really, really tasty. All right, now the beets. Open our food processor. The gorgeousness. Dump it all out. This salad cannot have too many beets. And then, by the way, if you want to use the boiled shredded potatoes as well, you can put it in a layer before the beets, between the onion and the beet layer. Okay. To me, carrots were always just the filler. I'm not into fillers. And now we're gonna spread this as evenly as we can to cover it up. See how our herring is in the coat. It's got potatoes on the bottom, it's got beets on the top. And our last layer, you won't believe it's mayo again. All right. About another tablespoon of mayo. Make it pretty. I'm gonna let it sit just for a couple of minutes so I can wash the dishes, clean up, and I'll come back with you with the most delicious taste test. Taste test. Here comes the time. I'm gonna go for a corner, nice and huge. Get it all the way in. Look how gorgeous. The layers are so pretty. By the way, in all those culinary shows, when people taste test, say, oh, this is so delicious. I bet you when they turn off the camera, all those camera guys run over and try all the food. So today when we turn off this camera, I promise you Eric will run over and finish off what's on my plate, possibly what's in there. This is delicious, one of our favorites. All right, let's get a good bite. Everything on it, I'm sure. Yep, I see the herring, I see the beets, the potato, the onion. There it goes. Just delicious. The potatoes are nice and hearty. The herring is salty and lovely. There's no bones. And it just has this pleasant saltiness to it. Just so good. And then you have the onion that has a little bit of a flavor of onion still. Not too much, and you have a little bit of that flavor of the vinegar, which just complements the herring so much. And then there is a sweet, delicious beets that are so yummy and soft, and they cook just perfectly. And then there is mayo that marries the whole thing. It will promise like 20% better, if not 50. Because right now it's 100, so we're talking 150% at this point after it gets in the fridge for a few hours. But I'm not sure if it will. This goes really quickly in the house, despite this whatever size I make and how many herrings I use. I'm Zhenya, this is Zhenya's Kitchen, and this is my take on herring in a coat.